Hello everyone, how are you doing? A while ago I posted a video where I responded to some Reddit K-pop opinions and I promised I would make a part 2, so here I am. In this second part I decided to focus on controversial opinions in particular, so that's basically what I'm gonna do in this video. Please remember to pause the video, so that you can read the opinions. With that being said, let's just begin. Starting off strong with the first opinion being that girl groups are better than boy groups. As a girl group stan, I think this is completely ridiculous. This person is giving a series of reasons such as girl groups being more versatile than boy groups, which is 100% true, but the other reasons don't make sense at all. Like, I get it. Female idols have it harder when it comes to uncomfortable clothing and dancing while on their period, but just because someone has it hard it doesn't mean they're better. Furthermore, saying girl group songs are better than boy group songs comes down to personal preference and it's not a fact. This was overall a pretty stupid opinion, but I wanted to include it anyway because why not? Anyway, moving on. The second opinion states that idols don't have to be good at singing because being an idol includes many other things like dancing, rapping, modeling, participating in variety content, being stan attractors, etc. So basically it's more than enough having a main vocalist in a group because they will be the one in charge of singing and it's okay if the other members are not good at it. I mean, I do agree that being an idol is about much more than only being skilled, and I also agree that not every member has to be strong at anything, in particular if there's already a main vocalist in charge of vocals, a main dancer in charge of dancing, etc. However, I think every idol has to be at least a decent singer, even if that is not their role in the group. I'm sorry, but I don't want to listen to a song and having it being ruined by someone with awful vocals. I agree that not every idol should be strong at singing, but I do think they have to be somehow decent nonetheless. Next, this person claims that Shawn's addition to Billie is kinda unnecessary, saying they don't think she adds much to the group. They proceed to explain that there already are members in charge of specific things and therefore Shawn's presence as an all-rounder isn't really needed. This is absolutely ridiculous because if we go by that logic then every other all-rounder in every other K-pop group would be useless just because there is already someone in the group who is specifically in charge of vocals, rap and dance. But that's absurd. Not to mention Shawn is not only an amazing all-rounder, she's also an amazing performer, definitely one of the most charismatic in Billie. When she was on Girls Planet she was literally considered one of the contestants with the best stage presence and with the most charming facial expressions. Saying Shawn has no distinctive role in the groups is untrue, because she can easily cover every role when needed. She's most likely the second best dancer after Chuki. She's a charismatic rapper and has good vocals. She's literally the whole package and every agency would want to have her in one of their groups. As a Suyeon stan that has followed her since Girls Planet, I think you don't know her and her talents well enough to judge her. Also, what the hell does it mean that she messes with Billie's symmetry? This just sounds like a delusional attempt to justify the fact you simply didn't want her to be added to the group. Just admit it instead of trying to discredit her talents. This opinion says that nobody forces themselves to like songs, and even if that was the case, who cares? This person says that some people cannot comprehend how others stans like certain songs that they don't like, and therefore they must have forced themselves to like them. This person has a point when they say that sometimes you just don't like a song at first listen, but then, once you hear it another time, you might start liking it. I do agree. This is exactly what happened to me with Tenmix's debut. However, there is a difference between growing to like a song naturally and forcing yourself to like it. I grew to like Tenmix's debut naturally just by hearing it a second time. But there are people who literally will never admit they don't like a song their faves released, so they start listening to it 30 times in a row, desperately trying to like it. This is a thing that happens and it's so damn ridiculous. But then, as this person says, who cares? I don't care that you cannot admit to yourself your faves released a song you dislike. I don't care that you're brainwashing yourself into liking it. You do you. However, it's kind of sad and ridiculous. This next opinion is about idols lip syncing, and to be honest, I find myself agreeing with it. I don't really care about idols lip syncing when performing live. We cannot deny that 4th gen has some pretty complex choreos compared to some 2nd and 3rd gen choreos, so I can understand why companies decide to make their idols lip sync. This person points out how idols use a mix between live singing and lip syncing, which is honestly understandable because a lot of the time these idols are forced to sing parts that are not always suitable for their voices, and this depends on the company and is out of their control. Another point I agree with is that people just assume idols cannot sing if they lip sync while performing live, which is silly because there are plenty of groups who lip sync on stage but then they do acoustic performances of live vocal covers where they showcase their great vocals. Not to mention idols cannot choose whether to lip sync or not. It's mostly the company deciding for them, so even if someone is a phenomenal vocalist they are maybe forced to lip sync anyway. Last but not least, this person says that being an idol isn't only about singing, and I mean, that's true. When I look at a live performance I focus on stage presence and choreography a lot. Don't get me wrong, I love it when groups sing live. A lot of my faves sing live, but a lot of my faves lip sync too. At least I know they can sing because they get to show it in different occasions, so it doesn't really matter to me if they don't sing live while performing. Now here we have an opinion from one of the only few people who have actually liked Tenmix's debut. This person says that upon hearing it for the first time they thought it was the worst song ever, And that's what I literally thought too. I was legit writing my opinion about it and it was so very negative. But then I listened to it a second time and I just kinda naturally fell in love. Anyway, I still think this whole debut was a mess because, just like this opinion states, JYP claimed to have invented a new music style when in reality he just copied from SM groups. And let's not talk about the plagiarism claims that are damaging these poor girls' reputation. Furthermore, I kinda dislike the blatant product placement. This debut turned into a Zero Coke advertisement and this move from JYP was kinda tacky in my opinion. The two parts of the songs didn't blend well together and they could have been separated into two different songs, but whatever. It is what it is. I still like this debut and this song even if people might think I'm crazy. This next opinion states that STAYC's vocals are overrated, explaining how their vocals would fall short against groups like EXO, Loveless and Red Velvet. Well, first of all, thank you for making the most stupid comparison you could make. You literally decided to compare rookies like STAYC to three of the groups with the best vocal lines in the entirety of K-pop. Then this person defined STAYC's vocals as passable, which kinda makes me laugh because what exactly have you listened to? They do exhibit some amazing vocals, but you cannot judge them solely from their title tracks. You have to at least bother listening to their B-sides and the countless covers they have put out. But I bet you didn't listen to any of that, didn't you? Also, they say STAYC's vocal color isn't unique, and I mean, they literally have Jae, Isa and Shiyun who have some of the most interesting vocal tones I've heard in a while. I'm sorry, but in terms of 4th-gen girl groups they are one of the best as far as vocals are concerned. Nobody is claiming them to be the best of the generation, let alone in all of K-pop. But their vocals are so good that they deserve all of the praise they get. Anyway, let's listen to some STAYC vocals since they're so overrated. But their vocals are definitely overrated. Yes, sure. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm starting to lose brain cells because of some of these opinions. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to check out part 1 where I responded to even more edit opinions. With that being said, please like and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye besties.